The city lights bled into the rain-streaked glass, red brake lights stretching like open wounds across the windshield. I was only minutes away from the hospital, minutes away from what I thought would be the start of a new chapter. My phone rang, an unfamiliar number, but local. I answered. "Sir, this is the head nurse from the maternity ward. Please pull over before I tell you this." My grip on the wheel tightened. Her tone wasn't clinical. It was heavy, hesitant, personal. I eased the car to the side of the road, engine still humming beneath me. "I'll be direct," she said, her voice strained. "The baby your wife delivered, the blood type doesn't match yours. During an emergency transfusion, we confirmed. The father isn't you." The world went hollow. No sound, no feeling, just absence. "Are you certain?" I whispered. "Yes," she replied, after a pause that sounded like a coffin lid closing. Then the line went dead. The digital clock on the dash ticked louder than my heartbeat. I just sat there, breathing, motionless, calculating. Hours earlier, my wife had texted me. "Hurry, love. She's beautiful. She has your eyes." Now, staring at that message, it felt like it belonged to someone else. Her smile, her promises, the way she once swore trembling that she'd never betray me. It all replayed in my head, reframed as a lie. Betrayal rarely screams. It whispers. It hides in late nights and silences in a phone clutched too tightly. The signs had always been there. I just hadn't wanted to see them. I wasn't furious. Not yet. Anger is loud, and I needed quiet to think. So I drove, not to the hospital, but home. I walked through our rooms as though I were a stranger there. The bed, the dresser, her perfume faint in the air, all of it tainted now. She had been careful, too careful. But patience was something I had. The days that followed were a performance. I visited her in the hospital, held the child, smiled when she smiled. My hands were steady, but inside, ice. At night, while she slept, I combed through her phone records, bank statements, and scraps of conversation she thought I'd forgotten. Patterns emerged. A name surfaced. A colleague from her office. DNA was already proof, but I needed undeniable certainty. One evening, while she showered, I mirrored her phone to mine. Every message appeared before me like written confessions. He thinks it's his. I'll tell him one day. Maybe. Our secret always. The words didn't break me. They sharpened me. 3 days later, an envelope arrived. One glance at the report was enough. Not the father. That night, I went to her hospital room. She was humming softly to the baby, an image that might have once melted me. Now it curdled. I set the envelope on the table. She looked at it, then at me. Her humming stopped. "What's this?" "Read it." Her hands trembled as she opened the paper. Color drained from her face. "No, this can't be right." "It is," I said, voice flat. Tears welled in her eyes. "Please, let me explain." But explanations were corpses, and I had no desire to resurrect them. The next morning, I returned early. She was half awake, the baby asleep nearby. I placed divorce papers on her tray. "I won't raise another man's child," I said. Her breath hitched. You planned this?" "Yes." The sound of her sobbing into sterile sheets was quieter than I expected. No shouting, no rage, just collapse. I leaned closer and whispered, "You chose deception. I chose truth. You gambled with a life. I ended the game." I never touched her hand again. Weeks later, I drove past the hospital without stopping. I thought of the nurse's call, the first domino that toppled everything. I thought of how close I'd been to embracing a lie and calling it family. But grief no longer touched me. Only clarity remained. Betrayal teaches one simple truth. The heart may be fooled, but sharpened mind cannot. She had lost everything. I had lost only an illusion. And illusions are easy to leave behind once you see the strings. I didn't slow down. I didn't look back. Some bonds don't end in rage. They end in silence. And silence was all I had left to give her.